Hello, welcome to the Fifth Star. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Albert.
Today we're going to be reacting to bad reviews of our favorite movies.
Oh, this is going to be brutal.
And then we're going to guess what movie belongs to what review.
Yeah. So what we've done is I've looked at Jamie's top 40-ish movies and looked at the half-star, one-star reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll read one for you. And you tell me which of your favorite movies this is talking about.
Okay.
All right. First one. Half star.
Oh, no.
Every white man's favorite movie.
Schindler's List.
And in defense, incorrect. In defense, I am not a white man, but I also like this movie. So I don't know what that means, but...
Oh, Dark Knight.
Nope. Okay. Now...
Oh, Good Will Hunting.
Correct. Because the one-star
guess.
review is movie for men who think they're #deep.
Oh, man.
But...
I mean, like, I can see that, but also as a white woman, I very much enjoyed this movie. I think it's a very good movie. It made me think about life differently. And as a non-white man.
Yeah, I also liked the movie.
There you go.
So we
Screw you.
We take offense to saying this is only for a designated part of the population. But I also really like this review. It's a half star.
Okay.
Good movie. However, the film was plagued by many janitorial inaccuracies. For starters, the first depiction of our hero in action is when he is attempting the easiest of janitorial duties that would, of course, be mopping. Despite this being the crudest and simplest form of custodial work, he makes an absolute mockery of it by splashing water on the shoes of students standing nearby. This blatant disrespect for others is something that often clings to the stereotype associated with sanitation experts, despite being something that we in the field work very hard to address. It is a shame to see this gross and frankly inaccurate characterization of custodians depicted in this movie from the very early stages of the film.
Wow.
That's only the first point
No.
of the janitorial inaccuracies. I lost track after a while because I have never been a janitor, so I couldn't quite relate to...
I love how you read it with like the janitorial inaccuracies.
I mean, you could feel the passion coming off of that review.
It's like actually.
But I also really like this one. Okay, 1.0 star, 1 star. I feel like the story is messed up and is also boring because all of the math that he solves is easy. He's not a genius. Everyone can do it.
Oh, wow.
I actually looked at screenshots to be like, was it actually easy? And I was like, I have no idea what the problem is.
I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah. But apparently it is based off of a real situation that happened where like a PhD student like solved like 2 really hard problems. But the math in the movie is like a simplified version of those problems. So I guess if you're like a PhD mathematician, like it's simple, but...
That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The imaginations of some of these people on the internet. All right, time for your first one.
Okay.
You ready? Effing trash. Right-wing libertarian propaganda written by a corporate fan. How blank convinced a generation that this was anything other than that should be studied in a lab. The dialogue? Is it the jokes? The music rules, though, so 1 star.
The music rules. And... okay.
There's a lot of information.
I'm guessing Inception? Because there is a corporate espionage going on. Okay, I don't know. Give me another one.
So this is way more of a clue.
Okay.
Depending on how good you are with quotes. We survived, but we're dead. 1 star.
We survived, but we're dead.
You don't know that quote?
That's actually a quote in the movie?
Yep.
Of one of my favorite movies?
Yep.
Oh... I'm having brain fog.
Okay, so I'll give you one more guess and then I'll read the blank.
All right. I don't know. The Rock?
No, incorrect. Okay, Right-wing libertarian propaganda written by a corporate fan, how Disney convinced a generation this was anything other than that should be studied in a lab.
Oh, Incredibles?
Yep. You don't remember the We Survived, but we're dead.
Man.
It's iconic.
It's been a while
I guess you
since
don't
I've
quote
seen
movies.
it. Yeah.
You're not really a quoter,
Yeah.
to be fair.
But right-wing propaganda?
I know.
I don't know.
You haven't heard this controversy?
No.
Okay. It's a little controversial. I personally still think the movie is great and holds up. I mean, to me, it's about family and it's about him like learning not to make, his life completely about himself, but to instead to include his wife and children. And that's like the whole point.
Yeah. And it's all about like a superhero movie that's about not just being a superhero. And even if you're not a superhero, like you're still a person who has value in society. And, it's what spawns the whole like syndrome and what makes him who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
It's very interesting stuff. Okay, but this is the funny one.
Okay.
This is written in all caps. I hate this movie so much because it always played at the dentist and I hate the dentist. So I hate this movie.
I mean, I can understand if there's like an association with that movie. Yeah. Next for you, 1 star, censoring just because we're a non-explicit podcast.
Right.
What a pain in the butt this film was. It's never fun to sit through 3 hours of utterly pedestrian music, over-the-top performances, and characters that are flatter than a pancake.
Oh gosh.
So
wait, what was the adjective for music?
So pedestrian music.
Gosh.
Over the top performances.
I'm gonna guess Sound of Music.
It is Sound of Music, man. You're so good at this. And then the next line was, not to mention that silly climax involving Nazis that turned a light musical into a pseudo war film. Which, I mean, yeah, but isn't that what makes the movie great? I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
It's beyond just a silly musical. I don't know. What do you think?
I grew up like listening to this musical. It's definitely not pedestrian. Are you kidding me? It's classic.
Pedestrian music.
It's so classic at this point. It's so comforting too. Every time I've probably rewatched it like basically every time I'm sick and immediately just feel like I've been given a warm hug. The only thing that I kind of agree with that hasn't aged well is the kids really do overact.
Okay, so
the kids overacting.
So another 1 star review for Sound of Music is a form of torture. I imagine getting the same feeling from being trapped in a small room with 18 singing, dancing, and screaming toddlers.
Oh my gosh. That's so extreme.
Yeah. And then another last 1 star review is sorry, but it's not my thing. The songs are mediocre. The vocals are mediocre.
Shut your face.
I give it a 2 out of 10 for the beautiful scenery and locations, but the movie itself is empty.
You're empty. You're empty.
Empty?
I feel sorry for that person. They missed the point.
I could see the kids being annoying, yes. And the movie does shift in tone with the whole Nazi thing.
It does.
I feel like that's what makes it great. It goes from just like this cheerful kind of, lighthearted musical to more substantive and meaningful. And there's real weight behind it.
Yeah.
And so seeing that juxtaposition is kind of the whole point of the movie and the point of the impact of war and on childhood and innocence and all these kinds of things.
And what that does to you. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. It's a beautiful movie. I love it. Now I have the soundtrack in my head. Here we go. All right. Why is this a cult classic? For the millennials that wonder what is wrong with our generation, this movie is why. It's mean, it's cruel, it's tacky. I just don't get it. This movie is the literal description of secondhand embarrassment. If a woman my age quotes this movie, I know we won't relate.
Mean Girls?
Yes!
I mean, I guess the mean kind of gives
I know, I should have skipped over that
but
one. But I figured it's in context, so.
Do you feel like it's embarrassing for you as a woman that this movie exists? I mean, I
do-
can't speak to that.
I think that this is quite an extreme reaction.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there are a lot of things that didn't super age well. Like, there's some fat shaming,
Mhm.
but I was gonna say, like, I still think that it's funny,
Mhm.
and like in its context, it's funny. Like, I was just thinking recently about how sitcoms have died, and it's mostly because of PC culture, I think.
Yeah.
Which part of me is like, maybe that's good, but then there's another part of me that's like, but I miss having sitcoms.
Yeah.
It's just hard to do humor nowadays without offending people, I guess.
I agree. And it's a silly kind of teen movie, but it felt still accurate and authentic to something about kind of high school life.
Yeah.
And the kind of journey and the maturation you kind of have to go through, and especially the social dynamics you have to navigate. And I think like even that first time I saw that scene of where they're explaining to Katie like the kind of hierarchy and the different
the
groups,
social structure.
yeah, that sit at different tables of the cafeteria as just kind of like the cameras like hovering around and everyone's kind of reacting, and like it was just so well done and so perfectly encapsulates what it's like to be in high school and how you're trying to like navigate all of this. And man, the arc of Katie is so well done. Tina Fey, just like her writing is amazing, and
It's a very funny movie.
yeah, it's just so good.
I think it's still funny today.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't think the jokes have like aged out.
Yeah.
But I do see how people who might be watching it for the first time in 2025 would think, whoa, how is this allowed? Like, I get that.
Yeah. But I also do get how, I guess if you're a woman and you watch this, there's not, it kind of is like all the worst representations of different kinds of girls in high school.
Yeah.
Like all in one movie. And that, I can see why that could be a big turnoff.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Same movie.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said, feels like an SNL sketch that goes on for too long.
Okay. Well, if you were talking good classic SNL, then sure. Yeah. But I also think there's no like down part of that movie.
Oh my gosh.
There's no like part where you just get bored, or what do you mean goes on for too long?
I don't
know.
know.
How long is the movie even? Come on.
Probably 2 hours.
This movie looks like Dorito dust. Why do you all like it so much?
Is it Dune?
No.
Really?
Good guess though.
Oh, is it The Fall?
No.
What?
I have a few more reviews if you need more clues.
Oh, this film looks like Dorito dust. Is Mad Max Fury Road?
It is.
Oh,
good guess.
I actually forgot that was like a 4.5 for me.
Yep.
I knew I really liked it, but I couldn't remember what I gave it.
That was a 1 star. A half star. This movie looks like if you asked AI what a 12-year-old boy would think is epic, and this is exactly what it'd show you.
It's also what
car chases,
what a
Guitar
25-year-old girl would think is epic.
Yeah, I mean, you did find it was epic?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That movie, it's like hard to hate on that movie in my opinion because it's objectively fun.
Okay. So what do you think about this review?
Oh boy.
A paper-thin story, terrible characters, male gaze, ugly effects, and boring, repetitive action.
Bruh.
I don't know why action's in quotes. It looks like a crappy video game that I wouldn't want to play if I had to endure hearing Tom Hardy's voice for more than a minute.
This person watched this movie on their phone.
That would make sense then. Yeah. The only fury I felt related to the loss of 2 hours of my precious lifetime. For me, this neither works as an action movie nor a dystopian movie, but at least is good for some laughs because everything is so ridiculous.
What genre is it then? If it's not
It
dystopian,
doesn't work as an action movie or a dystopian movie.
So what is it?
Mad Max Fury Road.
Is it just a blah? Is it a drama? That doesn't make any sense. That's hilarious though. I feel like
if anything, the critique could be that it's all it is but just an action and dystopian movie.
This is my theory.
Nothing else.
That person watched the movie on their phone.
Yeah.
They probably were doing something else while watching it. And I bet they're like a horror movie fan.
But the movie has some horror themes.
A little bit. But
Yeah,
I do feel like
kind
people
of
who
grimy and
are horror movie people, like, and like only horror movie people, want to be scared when they watch a movie. I don't know. And if they're not scared, they're bored. I could be wrong. That's just my take.
I have heard some people not love, Mad Max, which I also love. But for these reasons, I'm just like, I don't understand.
You're missing the mark.
Movie you watch.
It is crazy that such a high-rated movie can have awful CGI, awful acting, and line delivery, and be this boring. I know it's a classic, but people obviously love it and just don't get it.
Please tell me it's not The Matrix.
It is The Matrix!
No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. Okay, so I understand the horrible line delivery.
Yeah.
Because it's Keanu Reeves, right?
Yeah.
But this is Keanu Reeves' career performance, which might not be saying a lot. But I do like Keanu Reeves.
You don't sound like you do.
But it works. It's a perfect match for him in this role.
Yeah.
Because Keanu Reeves always sounds like he's confused.
True.
And in this movie, the whole time, Neo has no idea what's going on.
What?
He's like, what?
What?
I know Kung Fu?
I know Kung Fu.
So, like, I get that. The bad line delivery and all that. But the horrible CGI?
It doesn't super age well. It doesn't
No.
But
But
it also was made in 1999, so like, come on.
I watched it recently. It's still great, the CGI.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you watch like the remastered?
I don't know. I feel like
it might look better under the remastered version.
I don't know if I'm just watching it through rose-colored glasses, but green-colored
I think
glasses.
it still holds up. In my opinion, it still holds up.
But come on, this movie, the first moment when bullet timing happened and Trinity jumped in the air, froze, and like was so mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
It changed, like it blew
cinema.
It blew open all of what we knew about cinema and what was possible. You can hate on a lot of things, but like the CG,
don't be attacking the CG.
Come on, it's like to change it. Everything we have. Oh, maybe that's. I was gonna say everything we have now. We could thank the Matrix for.
Because of the Matrix.
Maybe it wasn't good that they pushed CG forward. Yeah, and now we have even more of it. Okay, half star. The worst boy band ever breaks up before their real debut.
Sing Street?
Nope. Good guess though. But they did have a debut in Sing Street.
True. I don't know.
Okay.
All I can think of is Sing Street now.
This is a 1-star review. Oh, let me give you another chance because this might start to give it away.
Oh, goodness.
So it's a really funny review. You have to not think so literally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want another clue? Another review clue?
Okay, I'm gonna guess. I don't really know. I'm gonna say Jojo Rabbit.
Okay, incorrect.
Okay.
1-star review. Man, talk about butchering the source material so badly, it makes me wish I never seen the film adaptation. The pacing,
so it's based on a book.
The pacing is terrible. The editing piss poor and CG so shocking, it makes the Thing's prequel look good by comparison. But man, this film was ugly. And that was like U space G space Y space L space Y. Like eye-bleedingly so.
I don't even know what movie this is, but I'm offended. Oh, wait. Is it Scott Pilgrim?
No. Good guess.
Oh, man. Because, like, that would make sense.
It would.
Scott Pilgrim would make perfect sense for that one. Dude, do I have a lot of, like, band-related movies in my top? Okay.
There was actually an S on there. I kind of wanted to hold that back.
Oh, I think I know.
What is it?
Oh my gosh. Is it Lord of the Rings?
It is. Which one?
The Two Towers?
No.
It's the first one?
I thought that was a pretty funny review.
That is funny, but also
Now,
That's a tough one.
yeah, but what do you think about the pacing is terrible? This is now, I like Lord of the Rings, but the second and third, I'm not, I do have some issues with pacing on those.
Mm-mm.
But the first one,
Nope. Impossible.
but the
I've
first one,
literally watched all 3 of them extended edition back to back to back and had
You
no
can't-
issues with pacing.
no, you can't say the extended edition. I mean,
Zero
they cut it out
issues
for a
with
reason. But the first one, I gotta admit, the first one is so tightly paced. It's great.
It is good. Yeah.
So the pacing is terrible. The editing piss poor and CG so shockingly bad. This
Dude.
film was ugly, like eye-bleedingly so.
They barely used
Ugly?
any CG. That's what's crazy. In the first one, there was like minimal CG. So much of that movie is practical, which is insane. What a Workshop basically was born because of these movies. And they created all of these miniatures. And they created what's called a bigature so that they could like shoot around like a building. Ooh, it was so cool. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
I really love this franchise. It's like the whole reason that I got into filmmaking in the first place. And yeah, so I will not be swayed.
Okay. And another half-star review, don't like dirty little men living in the grass. I mean, there's kind of a good point there.
Don't like dirty little men living in the
Yeah.
grass.
If you didn't get it on the first 2 reviews, you would have got it after that
Dude,
one.
That's so good.
Okay. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Elvis did not make an appearance in this movie. Absolutely terrible and false advertising. Half star.
Return of the King.
Oh, man.
Some people are so creative
Yeah,
on Letterboxd.
I know.
It's amazing. Okay.
Now you can't unsee the poster as, Viggo Mortensen as Elvis holding the
Okay.
sword.
This one's a long one, so I
Okay.
don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing.
Okay.
Actually, I think I have to read
The
the
more
whole thing.
clues, the better.
Oh, yeah. What do you get when you combine the vapid, flattening politics of Sorkin, a downright embarrassing script comparable to late career Shyamalan, a level of message subtlety on par with the substance, the baby's first Oscar bait gimmick of using black and white for flashbacks, the smarmy, self-congratulatory, above it all attitude of an Atlantic op-ed, the basketball choreography of Air Bud, and of course, I can't say the last part because it will tell you.
Oh, I have a bad feeling this is Memento.
Uh-uh.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
There's a lot of clues in there, though.
Okay. Part of me thought at one point, oh no. Wait, okay, read it again. Is this American History X?
Yes.
No. Oh my gosh.
The best line, though, is the basketball choreography of Air Bud.
Oh, there is a basketball scene. I remember that.
Which I've never watched this movie, so I was like, either he's gonna get it right away, or he's gonna be completely
Because
confused.
there are flashbacks. Okay, now I need to read the whole review and respond to.
Okay, so what do you get when you combine the vapid, flattening politics of Sorkin, a downright embarrassing script comparable to
Wait.
late career
Downright
Shyamalan,
Embarrassing script?
comparable to late career Shyamalan?
How does that even make sense? Late career Shyamalan is like having twist endings for the purpose of, I don't know, like having a twist ending. Like, that's
Because
not,
apparently this movie has a twist.
yeah, but that's not like the point of the movie. And it's not like,
A level of message subtlety on par with the substance.
okay, I can understand that. That it is very clearly trying to tell you that racism is bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, racism is bad.
What's funny though is that like a lot of the reviews I was reading were like, this movie is horrible because it makes racism seem okay. Or like it makes us pity racists, or it makes us like have sympathy for racists, and we shouldn't have sympathy for racists.
Maybe if you watch just the first half of the movie and stop.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah, they might have turned it off because they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe. Yeah.
This is so racist.
Like, the whole point of the movie is to show the impact and what happens and how it's destructive.
Wow.
The basketball scene, I don't remember it. It's been a while, but yeah, it probably wasn't that good.
Probably
even from
like
what I
Air
remember.
Bud.
Yeah. Oh man.
The last line that I couldn't read was, and of course, the star of Glass Onion. Which I wasn't sure if you would remember who the star of Glass Onion was, but it felt like too much of a giveaway.
Yeah. Now, man, Edward Norton, he started his career with a bang. Like, you had Primal Fear, and then you had this. I mean, he was a force.
Yeah, he kind of still is.
Yeah, but he has tailed off. I mean, he's still solid. In Complete Unknown, he was good, but
he's still in all the Wes Anderson movies.
yeah, but he's just never reached that again for me. Like, coming out of the gate with those kinds of two and early in his career.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe it was Hulk that messed him up.
It might have been, sadly. Why did you ever do Hulk, Edward Norton? Man. Okay, our 1-star review. Movies need to stop being self-important if they're saying nothing.
Is that the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's a little vague.
That's very vague. That could be any movie. I guess Schindler's List, I'll say, because it's a classic.
It's not, but that would have been a good guess. Okay, another 1-star review. Spoiler, there is no singing.
Is there actually no singing? Spoiler, there is no singing.
I think there is actually no singing.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, come on, Jamie.
Okay, it's not Scott Pilgrim, because there is singing in that. Oh, man.
Why would someone think that there could be singing in this movie?
Oh, it's Sing Sing!
Now, knowing it is Sing Sing, which is your latest 5-star movie. 1 star. Movies need to stop being self-important if they're saying nothing.
Oh my gosh. That's so sad.
What do you think, Jamie?
I mean, I feel like that movie said so much. So much. You can look at our review if you want to know more.
Check out our review.
But you can see how much I care about that movie and all that it had to say.
What's one thing you think the movie might have said that this reviewer might have missed on?
I mean, the main thing, or the thing that I keep thinking about, is the whole being in a box, both like literally and figuratively.
Mm-hmm.
How they're in a prison, but through acting and through expressing themselves with art, they can find freedom. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
poetic.
I think it's a movie that shows that they're like redemption is possible.
Yeah.
Right?
But in a realistic way. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's based on a true story.
Yeah. So you can't argue with that.
It takes place in a maximum security prison. So, I mean, they didn't just like jaywalk and, like, I mean, not that you go to jail for jaywalking, but but
why are you in?
Maybe
jaywalking?
Maybe some countries, like they've done some bad things, yet they're still trying to hold on to their humanity, right? Because they're treated like
less than
people.
human. Yeah. Such a good movie. I need to watch it again already.
Yeah.
All right. This one I just thought was funny. It's not going to give you a hint.
Okay.
How do you block directors on this app?
Okay, what director? Maybe is it a Nolan movie?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
But I can read another review.
Okay.
I think you're going to guess this.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The twist at the end was jaw-dropping indeed, but not in a good way.
The Usual Suspects.
Very disturbing and disgusting.
Oh, oh boy.
I knew it. I knew you'd guess it just from that.
Oh, I acknowledge. Okay, is that the end of the review?
There was one more line. This is what happens when sick people are allowed to make movies instead of being admitted to a mental hospital.
Yeah. I have no comment.
You agree? The director should be blocked and put in a mental hospital?
If the director ended up, being in a mental hospital,
you
I wouldn't be surprised. I have seen, so the old boy is part of the Vengeance trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen those. I've seen some of his other movies. And yeah, there is something, maybe a few screws loose in his head.
Why is it one of your favorites, though?
Oh, man. First of all, because I have no emotional response normally, like I don't cry on just some normal movie. Like, it takes a lot for a movie to affect me and like make me feel something. And one of the ways movies can do that is very viscerally. So
That's messed up, man.
Yeah,
That's
and
messed
so
up.
there is an element of this movie when I watched it was so shocking and so visceral. Not just the ending, like other things just during the earlier part of the movie. I mean, you've not seen it, right?
No.
There's an infamous scene.
I know the octopus scene.
Okay, yeah. Where he eats a live octopus.
Right.
And you see the tentacles like wrapping around his face and stuff, right?
Right.
And-
And they said something about like they killed 4 octopuses like on the
Oh, like he did it a few takes of it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They killed at least 4.
Yeah, and like even in Korean cuisine, it is a Korean movie, very graphic, but it's also the kind of pain that this protagonist is subjected to is so like guttural that it makes you feel yeah.
Nope, couldn't do it.
And but on top of that, like the ending is so dark and it is so twisted. It's steeply disturbing. And so there's a part of me that is embarrassed that it's a top 5 movie or like it's not top 5, it's like top 20 or something, but it's a 5-star movie for me. But I just cannot get over how well it's made.
Dang.
And there's like the cinematography is amazing. Like what before it was trendy, it did the like side tracking, like wide kind of tracking shot as he like goes and takes out a whole bunch of people and and everyone's like ripped off of that afterwards. And I mean, it's just the colors and like everything is just so well done, man. I don't know. I think it's the artistry of it all.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. Well, sounds gross, but okay.
1-star review. Worst kid in movie history. Someone should lock him up.
Oh no. Is it the extremely loud, incredibly close?
No.
Oh, worst kid in movie history. Oh, is it Room? That's so terrible. Jacob Tremblay. He did such a good job.
Someone should lock him up.
It's so
I guess they did.
Poor that movie, like, oh my word. I know that like that's probably the one movie in my top 10, top 15 that people question a little bit because they're kind of like,
because it's a
really?
5-star for you.
Yeah, it's a 5-star for me, and it's like got an average rating of like 3.8 or something like that. I don't know, or maybe 4, but I don't know. When I first watched it, I just remember thinking how I had not really experienced the world from like a child POV like that before. Especially because like the whole purpose of the movie is his world is this big that when he experiences like the whole world, suddenly all of his perspectives have to change. Like everything relative to his room is massive. And I think that is like such a crazy picture of what it feels like to grow up. Like,
it's a good metaphor for how, yeah, that makes sense.
Just like experiencing the world, because the world is tiny when you're little. Like I learned recently, you're unable to be empathetic until the age of 5 or whatever. And so your world is literally just yourself or just like your parents maybe. And then like as you get older, your world continues to expand gradually. But this kid's world, oh my gosh, like he's literally in one room for the first 6 years, or is he 7? I can't remember, of his life. And I also thought he did a great job acting. I thought he was great for the age he was at. Oh my word.
Well, there's a lot of hate for him because another 5-star review says, I would have left Jack in that room. Kid is the absolute worst.
People are evil.
Now, I've seen that movie. I don't remember the kid being that, bothersome to me. But this is a review that I kind of did agree with.
Oh no.
So I wouldn't give it a 1-star, but this person gave it a 1-star. Could be my fault, but after they escaped the room, I just tuned out. That's my memory of the movie. All I remember is the room. And after they get out, it's just kind of like, I don't even remember the movie at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
But what do you think about this? This is a more, I guess, critical review of it. Is this movie about the kidnapping of our main character? Not really. But is this movie about the lengths they take to survive while in captivity? Not really. But is this movie about escaping and facing their kidnapper? Not really. But is this movie about our main character readapting to society? Not really.
Yes.
But is this movie...
It's very much that.
But is this movie
100%. They missed it if they didn't catch that.
Is it about the mom dealing with the emotional scarring from all the abuse?
Yes.
Not really.
She has to commit suicide.
Maybe they also didn't.
They didn't finish the movie.
Is that what happens after they leave the room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she goes into this
Maybe it's
dark
the same
depression.
person who wrote both reviews.
She like sleeps all day and she like won't leave her room, and then Jack starts to like get really worried about her because like she's not the same mom anymore, and then she like tries to commit suicide in the bathtub. But the kid is like experiencing all of this at such a young age, and they talk about that too, like child psychology of how his brain is still plastic or whatever, so like he can still bounce back. And I think he does, like he shows this resilience in the movie that and the movie's based on a book, and I read the book as well. But I read the book after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it shows how children can still hold all of that trauma even if they are very resilient. He will still have to carry that the rest of his life. Yeah. I thought that was cool that it was focused more on that. Like there's so many human trafficking movies out there already, and there are so many like revenge movies out there. I would thought that this was a breath of fresh air, that it wasn't about that. Anyway, that's me. They got really serious all of a sudden.
I like revenge movies like Old Boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay. Wildly uncomfortable to watch. How did this win an Oscar for screenplay? Touch grass. The only thing this film left me was secondhand embarrassment.
Touch grass? What is this?
And then the next review underneath it was, touch some grass, dude. This plot was so questionable. How on earth did it win an Oscar?
Man, won an
For
Oscar for screenplay. Truman Show?
It's a good guess. No. That is a good guess, though.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
All the Jim Carrey movies.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have one more.
Shawshank Redemption?
No. Here's one more. Every man I know loves this movie, but why? It was between this and watching Twilight. I wish I had watched Twilight instead.
Huh.
And then another review I saw was, no woman would ever do this.
Blue Valentine?
Did that win for best screenplay?
I don't know. I don't know. I give up.
Her.
Oh. Wait, so say it again?
Wildly uncomfortable to watch. How did this win an Oscar for screenplay? Touched grass. The only thing this film left me with was secondhand embarrassment.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it is uncomfortable to watch at points, but I mean, I don't know. I think the fact that it's a sci-fi film that has no robots, no nothing, it's like it's like the most realistic sci-fi film. Because it's literally happening right now. And the fact that it makes you feel that uncomfortable, I think makes it even more chilling. But there's something really chilling about this film and where we are right now in technology and AI. So, yeah. Here we go. 1 star. Honestly tried, but this is still pretty much a disaster. It's boring. It's mostly ugly looking. The story is just incompetent. And for all the talk of how this director finds movie dialogue superfluous, he can't even seem to get any of his characters to shut up for a second or write them a decent line.
I'm going to say, let's say Color Purple.
Nope.
Okay.
It's better than the first film, though.
Oh, it's better than the first. So it's a sequel. Oh, Spider-Man 2.
No. See,
I love Spider-Man 2.
So Spider-Man 2 would at least make sense. This one is kind of...
Like that review doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The characters won't shut up? Oh. I don't know what sequels I have up in my top.
Okay. Half star. No offense to the writer, but how the heck do they get off the worms?
Oh, Dune Part 2.
Which I did also wonder. But honestly tried, but this is pretty much a disaster. It's boring. It's mostly ugly looking. The storytelling is just incompetent, and for all the talk of how he finds movie dialogue superfluous, Denis Villeneuve can't seem to find get any of his characters to shut up for a second or write them a decent line. What do you think?
I will not comment on that because I think it's wrong. Objectively, you're wrong. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
This was a movie made by film students who don't realize everyone is in love with each other. Why are there so many gosh darn guns?
Oh, Face Off? The Rock?
This was a movie made by film students who don't realize everyone is in love with each other.
Everyone is in love with each other. Everyone is in love with each other. Inception?
All right, here's another.
Okay.
Dudes telling other dudes names, and eventually they get killed. And then this movie is just a bunch of men yapping about nothing.
Oh. Wait, did we already do Usual Suspects?
No, but you did guess it for a different one.
Oh, so it's Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was Bryan Singer's one of his first early movies, and yeah, it is it is a bunch of dudes just talking.
Dudes telling other dudes names and then getting killed.
So Benicio del Toro, the Frankie Fingers, he just like mumbles throughout the whole movie. But apparently, like, he actually had real dialogue in the movie, but he realized as he was acting in the scene, he was like, it doesn't really seem to matter what they're saying in this movie.
Oh my gosh.
And then so he just started mumbling, and then the director kind of was like, okay, like went with it.
Oh, that was in one of the reviews.
Yeah.
It talked about,
it?
Yeah, guy starts mumbling about nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
so it was an intentional artistic choice. Come on.
I have not seen it. All right, my turn.
Oh, okay. Half star. Made an entire generation of men undateable.
Dark Knight?
Nope.
That would be a good one, though. What are my bro movies? It's not Color Purple?
No.
Okay, give me the next one.
Okay, half star review. Title lied. He fought like 8 people.
Title lied. Ooh. Oh, Scott Pilgrim.
Versus the world. Made an entire generation of men undateable.
Those are great. Those are great reviews.
And
I love Scott Pilgrim.
And initially I was kind of like, what do they exactly mean by the entire generation undateable? So a different review totally unpacks it. No amount of cool visuals can make up for how much secondhand embarrassment I felt from it. I hate Scott. I hate whoever made this. This movie makes my skin crawl, honestly. The dialogue is like a Disney Channel show. The character building was done by someone who apparently has never once interacted with a woman in their life. Oh, and I hate the complex dudes have developed about this stupid movie. I cannot sit through it. The person responsible for Scott Pilgrim should be put in prison for their crimes against girls with dyed hair.
Oh my gosh.
I hate self-insert movies like this written for men who were ugly in high school and seniors who dated freshmen. That I did have an issue with that in the movie.
But that's what's like the point is it's this like gross stereotype.
Cringy.
Yeah, and he's so cringy.
Yeah. I genuinely don't get the hype. This movie is so deeply lame. When a guy mentions he loves this movie, I lose all respect for him immediately. Please get yourself together. You are in your mid to late 20s.
Uh-oh.
That sounds really specific.
Do I lose respect because I'm a girl who likes the movie though?
Yeah, I was like, I wonder how you would feel about this coming from.
Will you lose respect for me because I'm a girl? Is that worse or is that better? I don't know.
As a girl, should you hate this movie?
I don't know. I rewatched it recently and I think it's still good.
I mean, yeah.
This was such a male movie. The main guy was insufferable. Oh my gosh. I started playing with my yarn halfway through the movie in the theater. It's a no for me.
Eternal Sunshine?
Here's another review.
Yeah.
Did I watch this? Oh, wait. I don't remember. See how annoying that is?
Memento.
Wait, what was I talking about again? Now extend that for 2 hours.
This is why I don't want to rewatch it. I'm afraid that might be my experience. But oh man, the first
Wait,
time I
what was I
watched
talking
it,
about?
it was so just being the whole non-linear thing at that time felt so revolutionary.
Yeah.
Only later did I kind of realize there's been a little bit of a legacy that led up to that, influenced that. But okay, last one.
Yeah.
I'd watch this again, but only with audio commentary by this guy's poor wife.
That's gotta be Schindler's List.
No.
What?
Another half star. Get some real friends.
All I can think of is Up. But that's
Okay.
not in my top. Inside Out.
No. Half star. By the fifth shot of this ponderous, self-absorbed subject staring longingly from his beautiful front beach porch, it became impossible not to see this as anything but a vanity project. Suffering from some kind of vague and seemingly decades-long professional malaise that neither wealth nor a loving family could cure, he bravely resolves to leave that family behind each day and go on a nice dip in the ocean. But wait, he discovers an octopus and truly learns what exactly
My octopus teacher.
that his hazy GoPro footage would make a good film. Sure, the octopus is a cool animal, but not enough to warrant watching what amounts to a narcissist's vacation photos.
This is why I will never watch Old Boy. Because I love my octopus teacher. And I love octopuses or octopi.
Yeah. 1-star
Oh.
review. This man doesn't need an octopus. He needs a therapist.
I thought that was the whole point of the movie, is that was his therapy, becoming friends with the octopus.
Yeah.
This is so therapeutic.
I did think it was a pretty good film.
I love that movie. It's so good.
Yeah,
it made me sob.
but I could-
more than once.
Yeah, but I could see why it's a little concerning that he's just like totally absorbing himself into like this one octopus instead of, kind of just maybe in more healthy ways to deal with some of those things.
Maybe. But I mean, he was doing it with a purpose. Like, he had a goal. He was filming it all because he like wanted to make a documentary.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was just like, I'm bored. I'm going to go out in the water.
Yeah.
Well, that was our show. I hope you enjoyed our reactions. There's a lot of bad reviews on Letterboxd
But
that
it
are
does-
just silly.
It does go to show you that it's impossible to make a movie that everybody will love.
Impossible.
Because even some of these movies, you're like, I've never met someone face to face in the flesh and blood who's hated this movie.
Yeah.
But apparently they're out there.
I'm glad you
so-
didn't choose a Schindler's List one. Appreciate that.
I did look at them, but I didn't feel like they were very constructive.
I know. I looked at Shawshank and I was like, none of these are good.
Yeah.
None of these are interesting.
But yeah, let us know if you have any movies that you didn't like that we talked about. Give us your 1-star review of it. Or I guess if there are any movies that you love that other people don't like. But yeah, you can follow us
On Letterboxd, YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts.
and join us next week as we continue our quest for the 5th star.